It's morning. And it's snowing. Yep, Marley loves the snow. Let's see. Yeah, these electronic thermometers / hygrometers are not necessarily super accurate. According to the weather app, it says it's 31 degrees, yet this thermometer is saying 36. And it was covered in snow. And the hygrometer says 97%, and again, it was covered in snow. So take them with a grain of salt. One more, then it's breakfast. All right. Well, it's a few hours later. The weather app says it's 30 degrees, and this thermometer still says 97% humidity and 37 degrees. Meanwhile, it's still encased in snow. I don't see a lot of melting going on. I think as they get older, they tend to get a little bit less accurate too. So there is that. There's Marley. Smart. Oh. It's an aerial snow cone. Oh. Yep, she loves the snow. Come on, let's go. Let's get you in the truck. Downside of not being able to park in the garage. Come on, get in. Oop, a bit of a mess. Come on, in you go. Good girl. The joys of living in an area with 4 seasons. Not really complaining, but it does take a little extra time to get going in the morning. When you're in the middle of a renovation, you can't park your car in the garage.
So this is the outskirts of Bingen, Washington side of the Columbia River, just across from the river. Bingen and Wood River are about an hour's drive east of kind of the far eastern outskirts of Portland. Today, Marley and I are going to take 14, that's what we're on right now, over through Lyle and to Dalles, across the Dalles Bridge. You can get some good views of the Dalles Dam on the drive across. Then maybe up to Sorosis Park, or maybe we'll get a snack. And we'll see what develops from there. That's kind of like the outline of the plan. So this is Lyle. Next stop will be Dalles Port. So this is Dalles Port. Dalles Port is an unincorporated community just across the river from the Dalles. And so this is the Washington side. Coming up on the turn to the Dalles Bridge, we'll be able to see the Dalles Dam, which is just a little bit to the east of the bridge. It's kind of an overcast day, but we should be able to see the dam fairly well. It's a large hydroelectric dam. Back when I was in the early to mid 1980s, maybe even until like September 11th, there used to be a little train that you could board at the visitor center for the Dalles Dam and ride out and take a tour of the dam itself. And if you went to school around here, you pretty much at least went on that tour once or twice. It was a fairly regular thing. Or if you lived here, I guess you could have gone, but my parents were too into that kind of stuff. But that tour has been closed for many, many years. I don't even think the tracks are there anymore. So you can see Dalles across the river on the other side there, up, so it gets way up the hills. Stretches mostly east to west. Right, just around this next bend, we should come into view of the bridge. Wait. Okay. Oh, Marley, don't pull. So that's the bridge, the Dalles Bridge. Over here we have the dam. The lock is on the other side. That's on the Washington side.
Oh yes. Hey, no pull. Oh, just realized I did not bring poop bags out of the car, so hopefully number one only. Oops. Sorry, Mar. I'll give you some privacy. No pulling. Hey, no pull. So it's been years since I looked, but my recollection is that the entirety of the dam, with the exception of the visitor center, is actually in the state of Washington, even though it's, obviously well past the middle point of the Columbia River, which is where the border probably was originally. And I haven't done any research, but I would guess that Washington had the senior senator at that point in time. Uh, Not sure what implications there are to having the entire dam in one state or the other, but it must have been deemed appropriate. So that's the visitor center. Closed for season. You probably can't see that. So we're walking over towards where the train tracks are for that train I mentioned that used to run out to the dam for tours. Tracks are still here. Train is long gone. In fact, it looks like the tracks, it's only this one little section that's still left. So the tracks probably, oh yeah, no, there they go. They continue. Marley sniffing everything. No, you can't have those walnuts. Nope, nope, it's not for you. So here's looks like the bridge that the train used to go over. There's a trail over there. I'm not going to go any further down there, I don't think, not today, maybe sometime. And there will be no trespassing by me. So it looks like here's some of the track from the old train. It's sitting over here. I'm just going to guess that's what this is. Oh, Marley. Yeah. She likes to pull a little too much. I need to be better about correcting her, but it's hard to curb her enthusiasm. Hey. Marley. Here's a little bit about the surrounding area. All right, so let's see if we can get a better view of the floodgates of the dam, which is on the western side. Up here on the right is the Shiloh Inn, which has been around as long as I can remember. My late wife Rhea and I actually, she may have seen an eagle, a bald eagle before, but I certainly hadn't. In person anyway, saw our first bald eagles in the wild while eating at a restaurant in here, probably 20 years ago at this point. And since then, they've become fairly common all over the area. All right, we're going to come this way, go into the Lone Pine area. There was a restaurant just over there called the Lone Pine Restaurant, which I haven't been here in a few years. last time I was here, only the foundation remained. The restaurant itself probably closed about 15 years ago. Yeah, none of these buildings were here back then. Yeah, even less of the foundation is here. I've got some pictures. But that's all that remains of Lone Pine Restaurant. It's a decent place, kind of a dinery place, so nothing too fancy. Still haven't gotten that good view of the spillways. It seems much more challenging than I remember it being. A lot of stuff's been built, which makes it not as easy as it used to be. Yeah, I think we're going to be less well here, but I'll keep trying. Let's go this way and then come back around. Oh yes, here we go, pay dirt. So you can see kind of through the bridge, the spillway, the dam over there. Yeah, the Dalles Bridge is kind of interesting in that I think it's a suspension bridge on the left, and then on the right it's a more standard, supported primarily from the bottom bridge. And it was initially a toll bridge, but once the bridge was paid for, the tolls ended. So I don't know when that happened, but prior to 1980, because it was not a toll bridge at that point in time. So I'm going to head up to Sorosis Park, which is a great view of the Dalles. The park itself, I forget the type of tree, but it's a type of evergreen. Used to have a lot more trees, but a couple years back, they had to all be cut down. There's some sort of blight or beetle or something that's been killing all of those trees in this area. And big railroad yard down below. I think they used to manufacture wooden ties. Maybe still, I'm not sure. Big Jim's has been here forever. All right, driving up towards the park. Get to see how hilly this area is. I bet a lot of the houses around it here were built in the 50s into the 60s. Though up ahead, we're going to get into some much newer construction. Technology and the socioeconomics have changed sufficiently that people can afford to build houses in areas that they wouldn't have built them before. From 1980 to 1985, when I finished high school, I don't know that there was a single building built in this town. That's how bad things were. That is no longer the case. And up on the right here, we see some of the newer houses. Great views, but from an engineering perspective, I suspect a bit of a challenge. You're sitting right on the side of a cliff, essentially. But again, the view, and given where things are these days, people are willing to spend that money. None of these houses were here back in the 1980s. Not a single one. Well, yeah, I don't think any of these were here. All right, I'm going to turn in here. They didn't have any of this stuff here on the right when I was young.
although this covered area was here back in the 1980s. Still a fair number of trees up here, but just not the same as it was before they had to cut down all the evergreen trees. Oh, I think we're going to park over here, and Marley's going to have an opportunity to get out for another stretch her legs again.
Okay, good girl. Whoop, come on, Mar. Nice to see it preserved. It's been moved, obviously. Last refurbished in 2000, according to that. We'll avoid the Aquafina bottle. It kind of ruins the effect. Marley. Somebody's pulling. Oh, you can see it's been somewhat cold here. Yeah. Are you being naughty? Are you being a naughty dog? A little bit. Veterans Memorial. Beautiful spot for it. My dad has a brick somewhere in there that my mom got him. Good girl. Okay, Marley. It's a great view of the city and surrounding area. Marley likes it. You can see right where the steam is, that's the Google Data Center campus. There's a path that runs down by the river, right. You can walk right by the data center. Might go out there at some point. It's a good place to walk. Marley would like it. Hey, no pull. Marley. Marley. She's ignoring me. Out over there you can see the dam and the bridge. Across the way you can see Dalles Port. There's the airport runway a little bit to the right. Pretty large. Go a little further down here. And there's the dam and the bridge again. I'm going to do the zoom, which is not going to work very well because it's not an optical zoom. But anyway, there it is. The Dalles Dam and the Dalles Bridge. Back that way is Lyle, Hood River, Mosier, White Salmon, Bingen, and as you go further west, Portland, etc. Then the Pacific Ocean. And let's go back to the car. Yeah, there's a dog over there. She really wants to run up and jump and play. But that's not going to happen. Not being mean. It's just not very polite to have your dog run up and, hey, no. Yeah, there she goes. Come on, Mar. That's a good girl. No. No. All right, sit. Good girl. Wait. No. Okay. All right. Well, I think Marley and I are going to have some lunch and then head back home. So we're going to call this adventure to a close. Getting Marley a pup cup at Starbucks. She likes that. And it's free. Free is a very good price. It's a good thing Marley and I went out this morning. That's a lot of snow.